Hello, this is my perfume review of Perfumehead's Discovery Set. This is room number. An addictive, woody, spicy fragrance. So the description is a room number is an affair, layers of stories in the walls of a hotel room. Woody, spicy is the theme. Black tea and Palo Santo are sensual and mysterious. Bergamot and nutmeg add addictive comfort with consoling combinations of orris, vanilla, and musk. The top notes are bergamot, nutmeg, orris, Jamaican pimento. The heart is guaiac wood. Black tea, Palo Santo, cashmere wood. The base is leather, vanilla absolute, milky musk, and Peru balsam. Okay, so when I first sprayed this, is overwhelmingly powder. Very, very strong. It's very strong powder. Like, so much so that it's like all I could smell was powder. It might be the strongest powder one in here. I'm not sure. I have to go back. I'm going to go back and like revisit a lot of them because sometimes when I first smell something, I don't like it, but then like the second or third time, I start to love it. So I am going to go back and revisit all of them, and then I'm going to give my final thoughts on the entire collection of what, and from what I loved the best to the least. So that'll be the next video. Since this is the last perfume that I've smelled from the collection, it's room number. So the next video will be my final thoughts. And I'm going to like go through them some more, and you know, maybe my opinion will change. But for now, these are just my first impressions, my first time smelling it and what I think of it. And lots of times it's happened to me in the past where the first time I smelled it, I hated it, and then, you know, something changed and I loved it. So I don't know. It's like I have to get used to certain perfumes. Like sometimes they're just a little too, I don't know. Like I have to just accept it or something. I don't know. It's like the first, like kind of like the first time you eat something you've never eaten before and you hate it, but then it's an acquired taste and you learn to love it, and then you're addicted to it. That's happened to me with certain foods. So it happens to me with perfume too. It also happens in the reverse. Like the first time I smelled something, I loved it, and then like eventually I could not stand it anymore and couldn't use it anymore. I had to get rid of it. So that's happened to me with perfume as well. So, you know, perfume's subjective. What I like, you'll probably not like, and what I don't like, you probably like. So just keep that in mind. I'm kind of really picky with perfumes, and sometimes I'll just love something to death. And I know that there's certain people that don't like what I'm wearing. So, you know, what can I say? But when I love a perfume, I love it to death. So I haven't really found any in here that I love to death, but that could change, so we'll see. But for now, this perfume, I digress. This perfume was very powdery. It took a while to like calm down and turn into something more, but it was very powdery at first, and then I started to smell like I could smell the leather. I could smell the leather. I could smell the Palo Santo coming through. The vanilla is kind of buried in the powders, so it's like a powdery vanilla. So I can't really, and it's like leathery, powdery vanilla. It's very weird. To me, it's more masculine. It's a little sweet though. It's a little bit sweet. So it's very unisex, I think. I could see a guy or a girl wearing this. It has, like, when I first sprayed it, there was definitely a sweetness to it that made the powder a little bit more bearable for me. It could be the vanilla causing the powder to be a little bit more bearable. I really love Palo Santo, and it's hard for me to smell it in there because I smell the woodsiness, but I also smell the leather. Like the leather is like a bit much over the woods. I don't smell nutmeg, and I don't really smell bergamot. Maybe bergamot was what's making it sweeter in the beginning. The dry down is not so powdery. The dry down is nice. It's like you can smell the powder, but it's not so offensive to me. It kind of like mellows out into the vanilla and the woods and the leather. So it's kind of nice. It's not bad, the dry down. It's bearable for me. Like the powder like takes a back seat more so. And it's more like the woods and the leather and a little bit of sweet vanilla. It's not bad. It's not my favorite. I don't think I could wear this because at the beginning the powder is so strong and it stays a long time. I've had this on for like, I think 6 hours. So it stays with you a pretty long time. It smells much better. The dry down is much better to me. It's more mellow. It's not so strong. But like, be careful because you spray this. It's like so overwhelmingly strong powder. So you don't need a lot. That is true. And you don't need to spray too much of this because it's strong. But the dry down is nice. It's, oops. It's not so strong now. It's better. But, you know, I don't, it's not something I would reach for or would want. I can pretty much tell you the powder ones I'm not going to change my mind on because I don't really like powdery scents. And most of these are powdery. But this one's not bad. I would give this one's not bad. If you like powder scents, I would say, well, if you like powder scents, I would probably say this is the best of the powder scents in this collection. Yeah, I can't think of any other one that I think is better. But I will rank what I feel to me was the order that I like them. But this is not bad. It's sad because some of these I really like the opening more, and then the dry down was terrible. And others I didn't like the opening, but the dry down was better. So there really isn't one that I thought was good from beginning to end, I don't think. But I have to revisit. Like La La Love was like the first one I smelled. And I'm going to have to revisit that. Because I think it was like I smelled it again and it smelled a little bit more masculine than I remembered. But I'm going to save that for the next video, what I think about the rest. And I'm going to go through them again. So, what would I give this one? I think it's a little better, so I would want to give it I guess I'd give it a 3. I would give it a 4, but I really don't like it that much. like for something I might buy. I don't think I would buy this. I don't think I would spend, like, most of these are $250. Well, they're all $250 for a bottle. The small bottle, I think. Sometimes they have a smaller one. No, the smallest one is 30 ml for $250. Then it's 50 ml for $395, and the 100 ml is $615. I don't think I'll be getting a bottle for $250 because there's just not one that I love. So I guess I didn't lose anything by not getting the coupon, because I probably will not be getting one of these. And that's unfortunate. But I really wanted to try this collection because I really love the name and the idea and everything. But they're all, to me, just really, what is the word? They're just a little old-fashioned to me. I don't know. A little trying too hard, maybe? I just felt they just went too far for me. I guess they're trying to be super luxurious, super, you know, classy, and to me it's just like, meh. Is that, I guess it's kind of like LA, huh? Really try hard, really like. But anyway, that's what I think of Room Number. I think I would give it a 3 out of 5. Just because I don't really love it, but it's not bad. I could see people liking this, but it's just not for me. And it's not something I would buy someone. But if you like powder and you like expensive, it smells a lot like mainstream. I guess that's the word. It really does smell like mainstream, most of these. They don't smell like natural perfumes to me. They smell like mainstream, pretending to be natural. I don't know if it's really natural, as they say, but I guess it is. I mean, I didn't get any headaches. It just, a lot of it smelled a little bit artificial to me. I don't know if they're using like artificial, non-offensive, safe fragrances, or if they're using actual, like, natural sources. That's what I'm wondering, because sometimes they don't really put down like all of the, like in Heretic, they put down the sources of it, but this really doesn't. In the ingredients, they just kind of put fragrance, and they don't list any like they'll list a couple extracts, but then fragrance is really like fragrance, or what fragrance are you talking about? So I don't know how natural this really is. They don't really say it's 100% natural. Let's see. It is definitely not 100% natural. But it says, where do you source your ingredients? We source our ingredients from around the world, including rare ingredients such as amberette seed, cardamom, musk, orris butter, saffron, tonka bean, and vetiver. Handcrafted by French masters from the world's finest essential oils, natural extracts, and safe synthetics. Our perfumes are complex and distinct opening and development that deepens and mellows over time. So they say safe synthetics. So I don't know how much exactly is a safe synthetic and how much is actually natural. Because I feel like it's a lot more synthetic than it is natural. Because it smells so much like a real mainstream luxury perfume to me. But it doesn't smell like your regular mainstream houses, like all the Estee Lauder fragrances and stuff like that. It doesn't smell, it's definitely more different than that. But I don't know how natural it really is. It doesn't have a percentage of like how natural this one is. So they do say they use essential oils, but they don't really list every single essential oil or what's synthetic or what is it. I like to look at that because I prefer when it's more on the natural side because it just smells better on me. And I can tell, like, whenever I get one that's more synthetic, it like changes and it turns different. But then again, I've had natural fragrances that like smell really different the second time I get it. And that's probably because they're natural ingredients. So anyway, it says the fragrances are vegan, IFRA certified, and Credo and Sephora compliant. So, just because it's natural doesn't mean it won't give you a headache. Because certain, you never know, certain things could trigger a headache in you, certain fragrances that you might be allergic to and don't even know. So, it's always a risk. I have tried things that said they were natural and it did give me a headache. But it also didn't smell very natural, and I don't know. It's hard to say. You just have to try it for yourself. I just know the smell of powder, the strong baby powder smell, kind of makes me nauseous for some reason. I just like, ugh. I just don't like that smell. Yeah, I remember this lady at work. She used to like spray all this like powdery smell perfume all over her, and you could just smell her coming down the hallway, and it just, ugh, that was horrible. So yeah, I don't know if she ruined powder for me or if something else ruined powder for me, because I used to like it a long time ago. But now I cannot stomach it. It's horrible to me. And I know there's people out there that really love that, and I'm really sorry. I hope I didn't offend you, but I can't do the powder. Anyway, I better go now. Thanks for watching. Cheers.